Varun or a
Yeah.
Kiara or Anil sir or Neetu ma'am or
Right.
Ritik or
Ritik
Saif,
and Saif, right?
they are kind of facing everything on the at the brunt of it.
बहुत सारी चीजें यार every now and then ऐसा कुछ हो जाता था where and Rohit and I discussed it a lot when we were shooting कि अरे ये this is new, that's new.
In all of season one, either there was fight or there was romance. In season two, there is only fight.
सबसे challenging मेरे लिए I think was the panic attack scene.
When people ask what can we expect out of season two, I feel like we should just say some answers for starters because that's important. We left.
Rohit Prajakta, thank you so much for giving me time for Bollywood Hangama. Such a pleasure to sit with both of you and chat, especially after watching the first episode. So big
Hi
thumbs up.
Rohit, it's
Hi,
nice
Rohit.
to meet you.
It's really nice to meet you.
Right. So tell me, so far that people have only seen the trailer and they know what to expect. What has been the feedback that y'all have got? You can start.
It's been crazy. It's been absolutely mad. I mean, we thought that nobody other than Rohit and I could be as crazy about this show
Uh-huh.
because we're obsessed.
Right.
But then you see the response that you get. We are very, 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 very happy, but nervous at the same time because suddenly it's a lot and it's
To meet.
yeah, and it's all getting very real because when you shoot a show and we have so much fun doing it, and then we know कि चलो जब आएगा तब we will figure it out.
हाँ.
अब आ रहा है, so it's all getting very real very quickly for us.
Right.
But it's touch wood, it's been great. We are very grateful.
Great. Who is that one person who you show the trailer to and who will give you genuine feedback and tell you कि ये बहुत सही है, ये नहीं है?
I actually have a couple of people like that, Rohit, in my life. Of course, for this one, Akash doesn't count because Akash is, one of the,
Right.
one of us in this show. But it's usually Akash is like one of the top people on the list. I, of course, have my mom and my both my sisters. I really, look forward to their feedback. My brother usually doesn't find the time. Otherwise, he also. My agent, actually, my team. So my core team, which is my agent, my manager, and my casting agent, I hold their feedback very, very dear to me because I feel like I need somebody's feedback who's as invested in me as I am in my own career.
Right.
And they are basically the reason why I'm being able to do what I'm being able to do. So I take their feedback very, very seriously.
Right. That's so nice, Prajakta. In fact, you are also at a position where everyone would want to say only nice things, to be in your good books, to impress you, to charm you. But the thing is, how do you manage to have that chord with people that you want to tell them that please honestly मुझे बता दो कैसा है?
I think very similar to what Rohit said.
Right.
I feel like the people that are in my closest circle right now are people that I've spent a considerable amount of my life with. My closest friends are still friends that I made when I was like my best friend and I have been best friends since I was 2 years old. Like I've grown up with him, and it's 20. I'm 28. I'm 29 now. I'm 29 now, and it's been a long time. My two friends from school are still very close to me. My two friends from college are still very close to me. I made and it's been it's been a step every the whole way. Like after making friends in college, I didn't make friends for a long time till I met Sudeep.
Yeah.
After making friends with Sudeep and Mithila,
Right.
and then over time, Malika, I didn't make friends for a long time till I was on Mismatched. And I remember Rohit and I became friends. And I just feel like because it's such a close knit circle and it comes from a very personal place, I hold their opinion in the highest regard. Now that kind of encapsulates everyone that matters in my life. So I don't know about the whole bit where people are just trying to say things to charm me, because those are not the people I go to for opinions
okay.
about work. Yeah.
Fair enough. Here coming back to Mismatch, what is same and what is different this time?
I think the what's same is the emotion, which is love and relationships. What's different is also love and relationships. Something that Akash said. What is it that when people ask what can we expect out of season two? I feel like we should just say some answers for starters because that's important. We left,
A
you
lot of
know,
things
yeah, a lot of things were, a lot of questions were unanswered in season one, and I feel like I'm excited for those answers now and for some new questions. There is a lot, Rohit, in all honesty, because I think what I'm so happy about is that the creators of the show Akash and Netflix and the writers, of course, Ghazal. What they've beautifully done is they've taken each feedback from the last season, from the audiences, from the critics, and we've tried to implement as many as we could, right? Because I feel like, because in season one, while there was a love story that was, prominent, out of everything else, there were also some incredible tracks which people were hugely invested in, and they didn't get enough of that. So we've kind of done that in this season. We've dived deep into most of the tracks that we have on this, actually all of the tracks.
All of them, yeah.
And none of those tracks are actually, while they are beautifully woven together, they're all so separate, and they all have their own journeys. So I think I'm really, really excited for people to watch that, because there is one thing that I'm very proud of, and that is that every single person who watches it will have something to take from the show. Every character, there will be one, every person will basically have that one character from the show that they will resonate with, or a character like that they know that in their real life.
That's so important. People were invested in your character this time. I can see she's going through quite a turmoil and different emotions. क्या क्या करने मिला for you as an actor?
बहुत कुछ.
Right.
सबसे चैलेंजिंग मेरे लिए आई थिंक वाज द पैनिक अटैक सीन,
Yeah, yeah.
क्योंकि मुझे आज तक मैंने वो पर्सनली कभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया है. दोस्तों से बात होती है, लेकिन डर था कि आई कांट गेट दिस रॉन्ग. It'll strike a very personal chord with some people, and I cannot get this wrong. तो उसके लिए थोड़ा सा डर था, लेकिन Akash was there. Akash's wife Dilshad was there, क्योंकि Dilshad works a lot around mental health, and she was there to help us. Ghazal has done a great job, Ghazal and her team, in kind of getting that scene through. तो help बहुत सारी मिली, thank God. पर वो करने को मिला एक नया, बहुत नया था वो मेरे लिए. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ऋषि और डिम्पल की जब तक बात करें, वी रियलाइज्ड कि we shot there's a scene of Rishi and Dimple on the terrace, and I remember when Rohit and I were rehearsing for it, we both took a break and we were like, is this the first time they are talking where they are not romancing or fighting?
I mean, in all of season one, either there was fight or there was romance. In season two, there is only fight, right? This is the first time you actually come together.
And they are cordial. They don't want to like kill each other or like
Well, kiss each other.
kiss each other. Yeah, like
So I think that's happened after a very, and that also incidentally became the scene that we shot together for the first time in season two.
Right.
So in season two, as you can see in the trailer, we aren't a lot together. The way it was scheduled, the way our directors and the makers, whoever, they scheduled it in a way that the scene at the terrace is actually the first scene that Prajakta and Rohit shot together in season two. And we'd both be, I can speak for myself, I was longing to
no,
shoot
speak
it.
for me also. No, you
Okay,
know.
fine. We were both, waiting to kind of shoot together, because we love doing that so much. In season one, we were together for like 15 hours a day. To now, not even seeing each other through the day, because we're just like living different lives as characters. So it was,
So that was new
yeah, that was,
for sure.
that feeling was new. That feeling of longing was new.
Yeah. बहुत सारी चीजें यार. Every now and then ऐसा कुछ हो जाता था where, and Rohit and I discussed it a lot when we were shooting. कि अरे ये, this is new. That's new.
Right. Season 2 कब आता है? When season 1 becomes popular and there's great demand, or did you all always know that there is so much more to tell?
So like Akar said, actually, that the story was incomplete.
Okay.
When we left season one, we knew that there is more to it. Having said that, season two depends on a lot of things. And like you said, how it's received,
Right.
what Netflix as a platform thinks of it, what the audiences think of it as a show.
Right.
Do they want to watch more of us? Do they want to know more about the story? So I think it's a larger conversation to be had whether a season two was always on the cards. Like we always knew that there is more to tell, but whether we'll be able to tell or not depended on a lot of things.
Right.
And luckily for us, it worked out for us that we, season two was sanctioned almost immediately after season one because of how well it was received, touchwood. And we're really hopeful for season three. So, but we don't know yet. So, yeah.
Right. She spoke about how her character has evolved and what all she got to do. How has your character evolved?
So I actually, which I am so excited about, that Rishi as a character, when you think of season one, you only just think about Rishi being the lover boy. You only think about him and how invested he was towards his love life with Dimple. You actually get to experience love is sure a part of it in season 2 for him, but a huge part of it is also his family dynamics because he realizes how I'm so confused whether I should use this word for him, but how broken almost he is, complicated his life is because of his family dynamics. So, till the time he kind of figures that out, all the other aspects of his life will keep getting affected by it as a byproduct of it. So, Rishi, me, I got to experience the family dynamic a lot. Your lines get blurry because you're just like, should I be addressing myself as a character or myself? But like when I was playing Rishi, I think I got a lot of time to, kind of figure the family dynamic, which was interesting because it's also something that I've seen growing up
Right.
around me. I've had friends who've had broken families. I've seen people with dysfunctional families. I've actually experienced it firsthand with one of my best friends.
Right.
So, it was really exciting and almost eye opening to be able to experience that and dive deeper into it.
Right. For more people.
May I just add one more thing that I feel like not just as a cast member, I also felt new in season 2 as a fan of Rishi and Dimple was Sanjana's character. Having Sunny in the whole Rishi Dimple dynamic was very new for me,
Right.
and it wasn't easy.
I'm sure it is interesting. Yeah. For more, let people just watch it. I want to ask both of you. You both have been part of big ticket films recently, made a lot of noise. It did well for each one of you. I'll ask you first. Is this coming back to a safer zone mentally?
The
It's a
opposite,
familiar
don't you
zone.
think?
Okay.
I don't know how I can.
Okay, I feel like there's parts to it. May I take this?
Yeah.
Huh.
Sorry, I'll
Please.
want you to kind of give your input in this, but like I feel like there's parts to it. When you're working on films that are so-called big ticket films,
Right.
you don't have so much pressure because the pressure
That's
is
what I'm
on
asking. Right.
on the people who are actually facing the brunt of everything, or the filmmakers, your massive mega stars.
Yeah.
For example, a Varun or a
Yeah.
Kiara or Anil sir or Neetu ma'am or
Right.
Ritik or
Ritik
Saif.
and Saif, right.
They are kind of facing everything at the brunt of it. When it's a failure, it's their failure somehow. For the people. But when it's a success for everyone.
Right. It's
But
tough.
when it comes to a mismatch, it's the opposite. So if it doesn't work, our show
This
doesn't
is on
work.
your shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, Rohit. I had not thought of that.
it
It wasn't a thought I took, and now I'm nervous.
But at the same time, as people, not as actors, Rohit and Prajakta, I think as people, Rohit and Prajakta, it's a safe space
Safe
to come
space,
back to
right.
because we feel like this is home, and this feels like it's a space where we will take our leap of faith. We will fall backwards without caring
Right.
what will happen because we know that there'll be a safety net taken
Right.
care.
Totally. This I totally agree with.
What he
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
100%.
yeah. And
Thank you. I wouldn't have put it like that.
We love seeing both of you in Mismatch, so we are very happy that you're back here.